Darling, this was so good that I had to rush out of the shower to tell you this so the hair is still wet. But you know when you just get that feeling and you're like, damn, it's just too good not to get this out. Well, this is one of those videos. So trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what us women want when it comes to being touched, positioned in a passionate way. So if you're new here, trust me, you want to hit that subscribe button right now. I'm going for 150,000 subscribers. I keep saying that. 250,000 subscribers by the end of August. So the first thing that we like, and this is a bit of a twist, is what I would call the sensual doggy style position. What do you mean? The sensual doggy style position is just like this. It's when she's on all fours. And if you're like, I don't even know what doggy style is, it's when she is on all fours, meaning she's on her knees, she's holding herself up on her hands, and her ass is facing you. She's facing the opposite direction. This is what makes it so sensual and so sexy and so passionate for us, is when you go inside of us and you go with just the tip and you're massaging her ass, you're massaging her hips, and the most beautiful thing that a man can do is when you gently take our hair, pull it in a little ponytail, and then you just gently tug it and you hold onto it gently, but there's still a little bit of firm, and then you slowly begin to rock inside of her while telling her how beautiful she is. Why is this so passionate for us? Why is this different from typical doggy style? Typical doggy style is rough, it's a little bit harder. It's a deeper penetration for us, so it can be a little bit more painful. It can be a little bit more exciting. But when you're doing it gently and you know what to do with your penis, you know that in this position that it causes more pressure for her, and because you're aware of that, you're doing it in a much slower, gradual rhythm, working yourself into her body. And we love that because typically we're expecting when we're in this position that this is a position you're going to give it to us really hard. But when you do it in a very sensual way, when you're methodical when you're slow with it, when you're giving her just a little bit at a time, but also touching on her body, holding her hair back and that firm ponytail, it can be so erotic for us. And I give you all sorts of erotic positions. If you're that guy, you're like, I go to the same positions and I know my girl's tired of it, or I just don't know a lot about sexual positions. I have my erotic power positions. I haven't talked about this course in a while, but what it is it's 25 different sexual positions that you can put her in, and I demonstrate those for you so you know exactly how to do it. And some of these are more erotic, some of them are more sensual, but what it does is it gives you a playbook so that when you're making love to her, you're not just doing it in the standard position, you're not just doing it in the same go-to that you normally do it, but you're changing it up for her. You're creating a new experience for her, and as you create that new experience for her, you keep the adventure in your sex life, you keep the adventure in your romance, you keep the adventure in your connection. So yes, we love it when it's done in that passionate way. The other one is this, but also with a bit of a twist. When you're giving it to us in a missionary position, when you can lift one of her legs, and it depends on how flexible she is, but when you can hold one leg up, or it depends how strong you are, but if you can hold one leg up as you're thrusting inside of her, it's just that little variation, that twist to a very standard, normal position that maybe she's used to receiving from you, but this time you're gonna make it into a twist. And when you twist it up, you're not twisting her, but you're holding that one leg up, so she's still got one leg down. Maybe she bends the knee to create some less pressure on her back, on her lower back. But when you're holding it up and you're slowly rocking it into her, what it does is it shows her that you actually care to change things up. When we see that you're trying to do something different, what that tells us inside is that we're special, that we matter to you. And you're like, Erica, how can just one leg up demonstrate that to her? It's the variation, it's the change. When we sense that you're trying to do something different, it tells us subconsciously that we do deeply matter to you. And so when you're passionate with her in that missionary position, but holding her leg up like that, it's super sexy. In the comment section, would you just write change the position? Because I really want you to understand that. When you change the positions, believe it or not, this creates a lot of eroticism in your relationship. It creates a lot of passion. And here's the thing, women, we love passion. And the beauty of this for you is you actually love it more than you realize. You've just not been set up to do it. Maybe you've watched porn. Maybe you've heard from your guy friends, which can be the worst advice about the positions they're doing it, but they're not going to tell you it in the most graphic and sensual way as I'm doing it. And so when you do it this way, when you bring her that passion, it helps her surrender to you because she feels cared. She feels loved for and loved by you. All right, the next position is when you are giving her oral in a very slow but deep pressure way. So I'm giving you variations to this, and I teach you all about how to properly go down on a woman because I personally had bad experiences where I would let a man that I was with go down there and then he was just terrible, and it creates such awkwardness because in that moment you do not want to tell a man that he's doing a bad job because you don't want to hurt his feelings and you don't want to break his ego because you eventually want that dick to be hard, and if you break his ego you're never going to get the hard dick. So we just lay there and go, okay, can we change that? As opposed to just telling you it's really terrible what you're doing. And so I don't want you to have that same experience where a woman is not telling you the truth. So get tongue magic, and I show you exactly how to go down on us women. But when you're going down there and you're licking her, this one I want you to do it a little bit more firm, with more firm pressure. It's not a gentle touch, it's more of a firmness. And before you get to that firmness, when you're licking her down below, it's a strong, slow, methodical lick. It's not just a fasting. No. You're showing her that you are a man who has capacity for a tremendous amount of passion. And so when you're down there, before you give her that firm lick, is what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to begin kissing up her legs, particularly in that upper thigh region. Taking your fingers, gently stroking it. Just as I said that, I had like chills run through my leg. That's how powerful and passionate these moves truly are when you execute them correctly. But when you're kissing and just gently rubbing on those inner thighs, you're rubbing up her calves, you're rubbing behind her knees, being very gentle. And then when you give her that firm lick, you're kissing her firmly, slowly, methodically. That can be extremely passionate for us women. You see, I told you at the beginning of the video that you're going to want to subscribe to this channel. So those three positions, it's changing up doggy style. It's making it the sensual doggy style position. It's lifting one leg and missionary. When you're giving her oral, giving her that more firm pressure. So here's the last passionate move that I'm going to share with you. And this one, you do need to be a bit fit. So it's when she is sitting on you and her legs are wrapped around you. Like if you need to sit on a chair, this can be nice. But in terms of passionate, it's when you're on the bed and she's sitting on top of you and she's inside of you, and you might be saying, we're too fat for this position. Well, then lose weight. It's time to do something about your weight instead of just bitching about it. If you want more passionate sex, then you may have to lose some weight. But the reality is when she's wrapped around you, what is that? It's calming her nervous system because she can feel you fully wrapped around her body. She can feel you holding on to her, and it makes her feel secure. It makes her feel safe. And so if you're inside of her, she can begin to rock back and forth. And if she doesn't know to do that, what you can do is gently hold onto her hips and move her back and forth against your penis so that she knows exactly what to do. But when you're holding her that way, you're kissing on her neck, you're staring deeply into her eyes. This escalates the passion to new capacities. So I have my erotic power positions. I have my tongue magic. You are set up to not fail with these courses. You are set up to be that man that blows her away. And trust me, when you read the comments from guys on the tongue magic, on erotic power positions, it's changing their lives because their women are seeing them in a total different light. They didn't know that they had that passionate side to them. So here's a video right here about all the places that she wants to be touched. Make sure you watch that video, and also if you could subscribe here, that would help me out so much. I'll see you in my next video on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. See you there.